What's going on, everybody? It's Top Bets. We're checking back in. We got the RBC Canadian Open coming at you guys here live this beautiful Tuesday evening after a nice Memorial Day break. Hope everyone had a very, very nice Memorial 3-day weekend. As always, I'm here with my man, Bet with the Boys, a.k.a. Teaser Nation. How are we feeling tonight, buddy?
Good. Two kind of rough weeks in a row for me. Last week, I know I was texting you about it. I mean, the Davis Riley, ridiculous, out of nowhere, really. If you were on him, though, congrats. I mean, that kind of was a shot in the dark. We always say we'll look 100 to 1 or longer, and he was the one that happened to hit this week, and I didn't even blink an eye to, pick him. So he's kind of just been popping up randomly. It's not even like he's not even a horse for course. It's just like he has a game. It's just he hasn't put it together yet. He's been pretty underwhelming. So he kind of just pops up and usually chokes when he is in contention. But, congrats to him. But, yeah, it was kind of a rough one for me. There's kind of shorter courses just like we kind of have this week. I think I'm going to kind of not bet as much on anymore. It's too volatile. There's not many scoreable holes. If anyone watched last week, the birdies were like at a premium. No one was making birdies on the weekend. So I think it's going to kind of be the case this week as well.
Unless you were Davis Riley. Yeah.
Unless you were him. Yeah. He just blew out the field. So even
he was
Scheffler on the last day struggled to make a birdie. I think he had one or maybe none, but
yeah, the tale of either Scotty Scheffler or a plus 10,000 person, that trend continues. So it was Davis Riley and Scotty Scheffler heading into the final Sunday, and I threw my hands up and I said, yep, this is the PGA Tour this year. This is exactly it. So with that, we will go into the RBC Canadian Open here. We got outrights, placements, and some matchups that we'll go over, talk about some DFS strategies as well. We have been a little lackluster in the outright market, which is fine because we make it up in the matchups. And if you want round by round matchups, hit the link below. The subscribers get those. And as also check out Bet with the Boys Discord for all of Teaser's VIP plays. But these outrights and placements, they are due. They have to be due. It is time to go. So this RBC Canadian Open here, we're going to dive in. Teaser, if you guys have not been here, we go over the course comps, basically what stats we're looking at, and then who to pivot to in DFS, who's been popular, and then talk about some tournament matches at the end. So appreciate you guys tuning in each and every Tuesday evening. And if you guys are watching this on replay, make sure you guys leave a comment below. And if you guys are here, we'd love to hear from you guys. And make sure on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. On X, hit that repost, please. And I finally said repost instead of retweet, so maybe somebody will do it. All right, so let's get into this Canadian Open here. What are we looking at this week, and how's the course looking?
Yeah, so they haven't used it since 2019 because it obviously rotates in different courses in Canada each year. It's another small one, par 70. About 7,000 yards, just like last week. So 2 par 5s. Birdies are harder to come by once again this week. A lot of wedges. It's like a mix, really. You're gonna have a lot of long irons, wedges, a lot of moderate par fours, long par threes, it looks like, and both par fives will be reachable. So you have to kind of make birdies or eagles on those since they're at a premium. Not many out there. Course comps, just like last week, Colonial would be a good one. TBC River Highlands in Connecticut and Detroit Golf Club. It's really just the positional course again. Really, this one, though, it's kind of different because if you do miss a fairway here, it's not that big of a problem. In 2019, that was kind of the case. Rory dusted the field, kind of just, almost shot a 59 on Sunday. So it's really, if you're a long hitter and a short hitter, both play well here. It's not like you need to be one or the other. For me, what I'm kind of looking at this week is we don't really have too much data here, so we can't really go off course history. I'm going to go off trending form, recent form, and also results on course comps, and then really elite ranks and strokes gain approach this year in proximity from 150 in. So really just 5 players that fall under that category that I'll most likely kind of be pivoting towards this week. Obviously, Tommy Fleetwood, we'll see a lot of him this week on Cam Young, who I've been debating so far this week. I mean, everyone knows I'm always on him, but we'll see. Shane Lowry is going to be another popular guy this week. And then Thigala as well, also in good form, just contended at the PGA Championship. So he's coming in great form. So those are 4 guys right there that kind of you'll see around on Twitter and probably will make my card as well.
Yep. I'm right there with you on Fleetwood. I think he's a no-brainer choice this week.
You gotta add in the Canadians. Just another point. We'll be looking at them as well because it's a home thing for them. So
yeah, and so Fleetwood plus 190 top 10 is probably going to make the card. I like that a lot. I'm just going down the outrights here. So another question I guess we have to ask. So there's no Scotty, but then we do have another plus 360 outright here, which is Rory McIlroy. He usually runs away with this thing. For the most part, he plays very, very well. Again, I think this is something that you just wait live for. Like last week, you could have got Scotty for a better number, and then he shot up the leaderboard. Obviously, didn't come through, but I think that's the way to go. So that's probably what I'm going to do with Rory again this week. So stand by if I do take a live outright with Rory. Fleetwood, he's going to be on the card. What do you think of Thigala this week?
I think I like him this week. Obviously, he hasn't played here. That was before, he arrived on tour this course, so he hasn't played here yet. But like I said, I'm kind of looking at recent form. Last time out, PGA Championship, strokes gained total 9. He gained 4 on approach, also 6 putting. So he's coming in with a hot putter, coming in with hot irons with what you need. Also a second at RBC Heritage. So really 2 top 20s in his last 3. He's coming in good form. So I think I like him here, which off the tee, I would say isn't at a premium. And that's the one thing about his game. We saw at the PGA Championship, he was spraying it all around and getting away with it. So I think I like him this week to kind of contend here.
Yeah, then always solid iron plays. Your Corey Connor is always in play for me. I think he's either top 20 or top 10. They're going to make the card. Obviously, with the plus 240 is a nice number there. And then Shane Lowry and Cam Young. Yeah, I know you talked about Cam Young. I think Lowry is going to be very popular in DFS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe Cam Young could be a nice pivot there. We'll see how that's going. But Shane Lowry, what do you think about him?
Yeah, I like him as well. Like you said, I think he'll be a little bit chalky this week, or he'll end up being in DFS and just you'll see a lot on. I think really everyone's kind of going to be thinking the same as us with whoever kind of played well in the PGA Championship and, maybe Colonial as well. They're going to kind of gravitate towards. The thing with Lowry, though, is it is a little hesitant because he hasn't been great with his irons the past couple. He actually gained a lot putting the last time out at that major. So that's a little bit sketchy with a guy like him. You're not going to see him kind of make that many putts again 2 weeks in a row. That's kind of how his career has really gone. Obviously below average in putting stats every year. He's kind of been out here. So, I don't mind him. Maybe kind of wait on a live on him. top 20 plus 110 is a little steep for my liking right now. So I think maybe kind of grab a live number on him if he maybe starts out with a bogey or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at Cam Young. So I mean, he's got 23, 24. He went 57 and 62nd here. Did not shoot very well, strokes gained total, but we always know he's got big play ability.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say he's a pivot is because you got Tommy Fleetwood at 10-3. This is on DK. Shane Lowry at 10-1. Noren at 9-9. Cam Young 9-8. Connors 9-5. So you have all those four surrounding him that are very, very chalky. And I haven't seen much of Cam Young, so that's another reason why to pivot right there.
Yeah, he's coming in horrible form, or Masters he was good, and Valspar obviously we were on him there. But yeah, the last three is coming in horrible form. But with him, like you said, I mean, he's streaky, so this could be a start where he gets back in good form. Really, you can't even look at his like numbers anymore. He kind of just plays well when he plays well. At this,
it's kind of like just flip a damn coin.
It really is at this point. We've been tracking him for about almost 2 years now, and we try to get his first win. We try to do this.
Yeah,
you just can't predict. He's usually good in majors, hard courses. So yeah, just if you want to roll with him, if you get his good week, you get his good week, and you move on. So it's really what it is with him.
Yeah, and it's Cam Young. So you're not going to use him in low cash games. You're going to use him more high risk. Risk. You're going in playing him knowing that he could miss the cut potentially, but then you also he has the upside to go ahead and absolutely dominate. So it's just one of those high risk plays, kind of like if you're playing NFL DFS, it's kind of like those long wide receiver threes, or I'll here. How about we say Cam Young is like Gabe Davis, because some days you're just like, wow, this guy's a superstar. He's going to play very, very well, catches 3 touchdown passes. And then the next game, he doesn't catch one single pass.
That's honestly, great.
You just don't know what you're going to get with him. So I think Cam Young is very, very good similarity to playing Gabe Davis in NFL DFS. So go ahead and play him at your own risk. All right, so then we got 3 more down here. So we got Alex Noren, Sam Burns, and Maverick McNeely. What do you think about any 3 of those? I think obviously Noren sticks out the most between those 3, but who do you like between those 3?
No, I agree with that. I think the guy who sticks out most there is definitely Noren to me. Like I said, I've talked about the recent form. I think out of all the guys we've talked about, I'm pretty sure he has the best form coming in. I know he contended at. Let me make sure.
In the last 10 tournaments.
Oh wow, he.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, yeah. So it was a little better than I thought, actually. Yeah. So even going back to the Honda Classic, 9th, Players 19th, 11th, Houston 14th, 23rd, 3rd, 24th, 12th. So that's what, 10 top 25s in a row, or 8 top 25s in a row. So that's I would say that's pretty good form.
He's only finished outside the top 25.
Yeah.
Or let's say top 26 twice this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's been hot. I mean, wouldn't get the 22 number on him. Like, he doesn't really close out with a win. I would say with him, it's more of look at tournament matchups and placements with him. He's been hot with his irons. Yeah, tee to green's been great. So yeah, I expect him to kind of contend here as well. But I would not take that outright on him at that number.
I think top 20 plus 115 is the play right there.
Yeah.
If you want to spoil yourself and maybe go top 10 plus 240, go right ahead. But I think that outright number is so super low. I can't remember who the guy was last week, but we said the same thing. We were like, we would never bet that guy at that number ever.
Right.
And that's kind of like this week. You just would never bet Alex Noren at plus 2,200. You wouldn't do it. So,
right.
But Burns intrigues me because I think Burns, he's been a little bit, up and down all season. But I think a good number at 25-1, because I think he has very, very good upside, just like Cam Young. So I think Sam Burns is like a little bit more consistent than Cam Young, but they're pretty dang close with that. So if I'm picking, obviously Alex Noren, and then you got Burns, but McNeely hasn't came on my card at all. So I mean, what do you think about McNeely?
Yeah, definitely not an outright for me at 30-1. That's another guy I don't think I would ever take a 30-1 on Maverick McNeely. He's coming in with decent form as well. I got a top 20 last week, 23rd at PGA. So yeah, he's hitting his irons well. Or actually, no, he's really off the tee better. So I probably not. He's not going to make my card, but I don't hate him this week.
Yeah.
But I just don't think those numbers are fun to take on guys like that. I don't think that's pretty. If you're gonna talk about being wise at betting, I don't think that's betting a good number. So
yeah, and 2 out of the 3 next ones that I like very, very much this week. So Adam Scott, not so much, but Tom Kim and Mackenzie Hughes are sticking out to me. Mackenzie Hughes, I'm always I feel like I always want to play him. I never do. I think this is a good spot for him. If you want to take 35-1, go right ahead. I don't think that's a terrible number, but Tom Kim, he's been playing pretty good golf recently. I'd probably stick to maybe the top 10s or top 20s for Tom Kim rather than an outright. I don't think he's ready to win. What do you think about those 3?
I like Mackenzie Hughes. He had a 14th here in 2019, like we talked about. I think he's one of those guys that kind of gets pumped up for the Canadian events. I think he will play well. Another guy who's pretty inconsistent with the ball striking, but hopefully he kind of puts it all together this week. Miscut at the PGA Championship, that doesn't really fit his game. Wells Fargo, he got a 6, which is a good sign. That's one where, and it's funny because he lost strokes on approach. He's a short game wizard. I mean, here I think if it plays tough this week, you could see him get in the top 20. So I like him as well.
And what's crazy is you got Rory McIlroy in the field, right? The only player that gains more strokes on par 5s is Mackenzie Hughes this week.
That's interesting. Wow.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to go Mackenzie Hughes this week. Play the Canadian narrative, but also there's some stats to back it up. So 35-1, I think he's going to probably be on my outright card, if not at least a top 20. So let's keep going down the board. Now we're going to the 35s, to the 6,000 range. You got Mitchell, Aaron Rye. Man, Aaron Rye pissed so many people off last week. So many people.
Yeah, I made a mistake going. He's just a first round leader guy, man. You don't want to take placements or outright. He's not going to win. I was stupid on that, but
yeah, I think I had a top 10 and that was just not good.
I mean,
Van Ruin, Davis Thompson, Akshay Bhatia, Adam Hadwin, Taylor Pendrith, and then the winner last year on the crazy putt, Nick Taylor. Any of those stick out to you? But, I think Nick Taylor is obviously in play, but what do you think about the other guys?
Yeah, I mean, Nick Taylor definitely, I think, has to be a play. I think Hadwin also has to be a play. I believe he had a top 10 here. He had a 6 here 2019 when they played back here. Nick Taylor had a 27, so not as good. But, yeah, both those guys, once again, Canadians. I think this course is a little better fit for Hadwin. Nick Taylor's kind of a guy who kind of just pops up sporadically. I think I would have more faith in Hadwin. And the 50 number on Hadwin's actually pretty good. A guy who's won before. That's like the thing. I don't understand. Like, that's where we talk about numbers. Why would you take a 30 on Maverick McNeely when you could take a 50 on Adam Hadwin, right? That just doesn't make sense to me. So I would definitely pivot to Hadwin in the 50 range there. So
yeah. I think one person that stands out here to me is Bhatia. We've seen him compete. Basically, I think, didn't he win that tournament that he was in? He won. He flat out won, right?
The Houston Open, or
I think it was. I can't remember what the heck it was.
Valero.
Valero. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, he's 8,100 on DK. He's coming off of 2 missed cuts, so the recent form does not check the box there. But besides Mackenzie Hughes and Rory McIlroy on top strokes gains on par 5s, it's Bhatia. And I think if he has the ability to make consistent putts this week, which that's my only concern, is his approach game on par 4s. It's like top 40. It's not top 10. But if we can get close enough where you can get some birdies on par 5s, make some putts, especially to save some pars, I think Bhatia can be definitely involved this week. So another guy I'm looking at in that range. And then, so let's just go down. Let's see. You got anybody plus 7,000 and below that you throw a flyer on. And these are obviously, if you've been here before, this is where the winners are. So we got to try to pick out a winner down here. I would never have said Davis Riley last week. So kudos.
Yeah, let's start with the hundreds range. I mean, it's getting slim down. I mean, one of these guys will contend, but it's kind of just picking a name out of a hat, really. I mean, it's like, I know Matt Kuchar came in second here in 2019, but that's completely different. I mean, he was a different player before COVID, so he's kind of, I guess, washed up at this point. So I don't know if I would look towards him, but saw Charlie Hoffman pop up last week. I think that's one of his one good weeks of the year, so pass on him. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this could be far off, but I think my flyer this week, I don't know if he's going to win, but CT Pan, for some reason, I'm feeling him here.
Wow.
I don't, 110 to 1. I couldn't tell you. He's one of those guys. He's probably one of the slowest ball speeds on tour, I think it is. So, I mean, he's one of those shorter hitters. I think he fits well here. I would say he's not really coming in good form. It's just one of those guys like Davis Riley. I mean, maybe CT Pan pops up this year. He also had a tied third at a kind of a similar course last year in Canada. So I think he's a decent course fit.
I'll give you guys two guys. So Silverman, if you want to go Silverman with the Canadian aspect there. And then the other guy, Justin Lauer. So he's top 5 of strokes gains on par 4s. And has been playing pretty well. Obviously, besides the miscut last week, he's got a 28th, 25th at Valero, 4th at Punta Cana, 24th at Byron Nelson, and then a miscut there. So Lauer, he's played here twice, 35th and a 25th. Don't mind a flyer there if you're going to bet somebody 13,000 right there is for Justin Lauer. So not a bad one there. Hopefully we're right on one of these people, but it's just incredibly tough to bet. So maybe it's one thing to focus on these guys and then read how the round one's going, and then maybe take a live outright on with someone like that. Like I wonder what number we could have got Davis Riley last week if we watched the round throughout and kind of just pick up that he's playing elite golf. What should we get him at? So
I still thought he was going to choke, but
it's just another strategy to look at because live betting is becoming one of the most profitable things. I think it always has been, but I think everybody's just now gravitating towards that. And you can always tell, like before the NBA Finals games, like there's absolutely zero value on most of these lines because there's just so much concentration on these lines that's just it's tough to get a lot of good value. But then you see a game roll on, and you're like, okay, this guy is not playing well, but this guy is absolutely dominant, and you can get a pretty good line live on those guys. So I think live betting is becoming very, very, very popular and more profitable in my eyes. Yeah. So always just try to. What we always say: watch the round, watch hit or shot tracker, and then you can also do data golf after the fact, and then get a lot of data to back some plays for you. So that's a good idea there. All right, so talked about some outrights we're looking at. Do you got any top 20s besides what we discussed out there?
I kind of discussed most of them. I'll probably dive in tomorrow and have some more on the card. But yeah, I kind of want to stay away from, like you just said, live betting. I think that works with the top 20s as well. I mean, there's really no point anymore in getting a pre-tourney plus 120 or below, unless it's a major maybe. Because it's like, if I take Shane Lowry and he has a horrible round one, I'm sitting there with a plus 120 and he's 210 now. So it's like, I mean, sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. But recently I've been on the wrong side of it. So I think I'm going to kind of lay off those low ones and kind of see like how they play the first round and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of the play this week, but we'll see. Maybe Nick Taylor plus 260. Adam Hadwin, not a bad shout either. At plus 210. I think I would probably lock that one in. Hadwin at 210.
Yeah. All right, so let's finish up the show here with some tournament matchups here. And as always, if you want the round by round matchups, make sure you guys join our respective Discords in the links below. But yeah, the round by round matchups are like crack to me right now. I absolutely love them. Every single round, I put out at least 3 or 4. Last week, I think we got a little bit more profit. The round 4 pissed me off because I had 2 guys, two matchups. One shot +4, the other shot +4. Really? I looked at it was Minwoo Lee and dang, who was the other guy? Can't remember. But I was like, oh, I saw the other guy score, and I was like, +4, sweet, we got it. And then I go to Minwoo, I was like, +4, what the fuck, dude?
I know,
And I was like, come on. So a little bit of bad luck there. I went 0-1-2 on round 3 because Keith Mitchell couldn't make a putt to save his life. All right, what do you got here for any group matchups to stick out to you?
He did a good job at sticking. First glance, it looks like all the guys we kind of talked about we like, they paired together like they kind of usually do. But yeah, Hughes over Batia. I know you like Batia, but I kind of lean Hughes there just because I like him a little more. Connor's young. I mean, Noren Fleetwood, man, that sucks because that's
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to take Noren in the matchup, but I don't want to there. Hadwin over Davis Thompson, maybe I like at 110. That's another one that's kind of sketchy.
I think Lowry over Thigala is pretty nice. +100.
Yeah, I looked at that one as well. I like both guys again, but I think I would lean Lowry. And then the Nick Taylor over Rio Hisatune, I think. I think I like that one.
And then I can't believe Aaron Rai is -140 over Pendrith, but that's just me. I think that's outrageous. Plus,
I didn't even see that one.
But I'm still pissed off at him from last week, so that's maybe why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably my favorite. Lowry over Thigala, +100.
I don't mind that. Yeah, I would say my favorite's the Hadwin one, I believe, as of first glance. But I'm so mad about Noren. I wanted to take him so bad in a matchup
against Fleetwood. It's like, come on. So.
Yeah.
All right. Any other ones you're looking at? Maybe round 1 leaders. You called Morikawa last week, didn't you? But he was he was top. I think he was top 10, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
-3.
So yeah, he was 3 under, I believe. 5 under would have got it a tie, and he missed so many opportunities. I thought he was going to bounce back from that rough Sunday last week, or from the PGA. He did a little bit, but he still couldn't make a putt. So it was a good run, but he left a lot out there. So. Still, I wonder who had a Charlie Hoffman first round leader.
My goodness, that had to be
+400, maybe. Yeah, maybe
more than that.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't even know Charlie Hoffman was still on the tour. I mean, if I'm throwing a flyer, I mean, Cam Young is always a good bet there.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Hughes 50-1, Nick Taylor 65-1. Yeah, I mean, you can sprinkle those.
Right.
Charlie Hoffman, if you want to go back-to-back, 90-1.
Crazy.
There you go. Back-to-back, 90-1.
Crazy.
Honestly,
Rory at 14-1 isn't even like a bad option, honestly.
Yeah. He should start from finish or run away with this tournament. No doubt about it. So, all right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be back next week. What's the next tournament? I always forget.
I believe it's Memorial next week. So another good one on the slate coming up.
Okay.
And then, so
we'll go there. All right. So Wednesday tomorrow night. I'm all messed up. I'm thinking today's Monday. We will go with our actual cards out on X. And then if you guys want round by round matchups, make sure you guys join the Discords below. And we'll get up and out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys are watching the replay, make sure you guys leave a comment. Love to hear from you guys. You guys have a good night.